you guys, please put some LED lights in your clusters because it looks 10 times better. Even in general, if you guys just don't have LED lights in your cluster, you're sleeping, bro. Woo. Made a little trip to the old local post office. Got myself a package going out to G2 Carbon. Parts for the Skyline, getting that treatment. Yo, I got a bunch of you guys' sticker orders here. Sorry, I appreciate the patience, guys. I'm still catching up on orders. If you haven't received yours, just know it's coming. It's coming, it's on the way. We got Dursim from the UK. We got Nathan from Australia. Julius from Slovakia. What? Kai from Germany. Alexander from Austria. That's so cool, dude. You guys are all over. If you guys want to go ahead and grab a sticker down below, I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this sent out and get back to work. Hear this sound system in this thing. So good. Love this car, man. So good. What I bought. You guys ever get that? You guys ever get? Oh, by the way, should we tell them? Should we tell them? Should we let them know? Maybe.
Coming, man.
Dude, yeah. I'm just gonna show you.
Happen.
This is happening. So just be prepared. If you guys need a car painted, we got you. Just I'll leave it at that. So yeah, like I was saying, you guys ever get the feeling when you just buy a bunch of parts, you just kind of forget what you ordered, and you just have no idea when shit is coming in? That's exactly what I'm experiencing right now.
Yeah, you need a bunch of shit.
It's very heavy. Oh, okay. Wait, what are these? Wait, what are these?
From some.
Yeah, these are rear hubs.
Those are the upgraded hubs.
These are wheel bearings. This one sounds kind of. This one's not happy. So this one's not good. That's a loss. That one's
iffy.
Not very happy.
She's got a bump in her. She's got a bump in her.
She's got a crusty spot. All right, back on the 240. We are. My plan for today, honestly, is just to get this whole dash out and start working on the whole wiring back here, because as you guys probably know, I went ahead and relocated my whole fuse box harness to the back of the dash here, cleaned up the whole engine bay drastically, should I say. If you guys are interested in doing so, I'll kind of walk through like how I got myself to where I am, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. If you guys just want to do the simple and quick way, it's fairly easy. To do it right and clean is pretty time consuming, so we're actually gonna go ahead and do that now. So this is something I did way back in time that I really kind of learned as far as like how to do wiring. This is kind of like what taught me, this is like wiring 101 right here. So I pretty much just chopped the whole harness in half and, you know, had to just splice them all back together. And it's fairly simple just because, you know, you're just matching colors. But then you need to kind of, you know, bring some stuff back up to the front, like your headlights and such. So I'll walk you guys through, but first thing, let's go ahead and remove this dash and get to the harness itself. Yes, sir. Now you guys see exactly why the hell I want to redo all this, right? Damn. I gotta give it to myself, though. I gotta give credit to where it's due, because I did all this and it worked. Like, I literally just chopped this little harness in half, butt connected everything together, because I didn't even have a soldering iron back then. And it worked great, man. It worked really good. But as you guys can see, here we have our fuse boxes themselves. So honestly, I literally just had them chilling, dangling in here, and just kind of crammed them up in my fuse box, or excuse me, my glove box. the glove box was kind of like off limits. I had that locked up, that way no one can go ahead and mess with it. But I really think I want to go ahead and mount them properly, at least get them mounted in a spot where they're there, and then just get rid of all this excess. So you guys see how much just extra there is, and we just really want to get everything cleaned up as nice as possible. So obviously we got the factory stuff in here, and that'll all probably stay. I'm not gonna mess with that. But as far as my gauges, I'm not gonna run them up here because I will be trying to source, if any of you guys have a AC vent, or like, you know, just the vent that goes here in the middle of the dash. I really do need that because I'm not going to be running that, because this car will be having AC. That is a must. So the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is just strip back all the wiring that I'm not going to be using, hence like all the gauges. We have some wiring underneath the driver's side over there. Everything that's not going to be used, just get out the way. And you know, even if I'm going to be running the gauges somewhere else, I'm just going to rewire everything. Man, I can't speak tonight. Let's go ahead and start stripping this harness back. So I just remembered that I never even really showed you guys or explained to you how I got to where I am currently, my fuse box relocation. So I've already done this once, as I told you. Normally you're positioned here. So basically you have to unplug everything that is connected to the actual harness itself, and I actually ran everything back inside of the car. So we'll get that to that later, but disconnect everything. It's gonna be ran along here underneath this cross, the support bar. Pull all of that out, and then you're actually gonna have, I actually sealed mine up. As you guys can see, I welded them and then put some seam sealer back here. So this hole actually is where the fuse box would feed out from. So pull it all out. You'll have to disassemble it out of the actual box itself because it will not fit through here. And just remember, take a picture, you know, before, and that way it's easy to remember and recall where they all came from, all your relays and fuses. And then you're gonna just string it across, and it comes on your driver's side and it goes back inside the cabin. You're gonna basically pull it all the way in, and I actually already shortened my harness by about 4 or 5 feet. So what I already have now is about 5 feet shorter than what you guys are going to be having in your own vehicle if you do decide to tackle this job, which, mind you, it is a job. But I just want to explain to you that you're going to have to run everything on each side back to the front, but you guys probably already got that by now. So yeah, I just want to update you guys as to how I got to where I am. So back to the video. What? All right, man, so here we have the whole fuse box harness, and It hurts to look at, man. It just hurts to look at. So honestly, I was just kind of thinking, I took like 10 minutes just looking at this thing, like where am I gonna start and how am I gonna do this? I think what I'm gonna do is mount, well, first off, make my panel for my fuse boxes, right? So I'm gonna chop them. I was looking at it. I think I'm gonna chop this one right here, right there. And this one's gonna get chopped right around here. So then go ahead and mount these where they're gonna go, get them stationary. Once these are kind of like in their positions, I'll go ahead and just place this part of the harness back up along the dash, plug it all back in to where it would be. That way it's at least lengthened to the correct spot. From there, I'll go ahead and start remaking everything that goes to the front of the vehicle. That's all that. So we'll go ahead and kind of re-lengthen everything. I'm gonna make everything go into one loom. I don't know why I did this like this before, but it's just a mess. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. Hopefully you don't find this, hopefully it won't be too boring. You know, we're gonna transform this whole harness and make it look actually really nice and factory. Gonna chop out a lot of this. As you guys can see, I literally just went ahead and, you know, butt connected everything together, just kind of what I had at the time. And let's be real, I mean, it worked really well. I didn't have any single issues with this harness, even when I plugged the battery back in. Actually, the whole car went up in smoke, now that I think about it. But it wasn't the fuse box harness. It actually turned out to be, I had like a hot wire from the battery. That was my fan switch, just like grounding out on the support beam that's like behind your dash. And dude, that wire melted so quickly, the whole car filled up in smoke. It was crazy. So I was freaking out for a moment, but yeah, it turns out my harness was fine. So now comes time to go ahead and actually make it look good. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so here's kind of what I got so far. So as you can see, I got my plate of aluminum right here, or aluminium, depending on where you guys live. And I have my first fuse box. It's pretty cool. It has this notch down here, so I was able to loop that and link that on the bottom. So, you know, it's not gonna be flopping around, and then made a little riv nut, bolted it to the actual plate. So this is super sturdy, and obviously you guys can see we did our little chop in half. So that's obviously a commitment. But you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta take a couple steps back to make a few steps forward sometimes. So this fuse box is a little bit messier for surely. I am missing the bottom portion of this, so if any of you guys out there have one that I can purchase off of you, let me know. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna clean all this up. I'm gonna get a bunch of crimps, because as you guys can see, I mean, these solders are, I mean, this is what we want, like factory crimps right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and source those here on Amazon or somewhere. That way we can do it all properly, and these little, you know, connections here where I butt connected, I'll just go ahead and we'll solder those. We'll go ahead and crimp these larger connections just because, you know, hey, the gauge is pretty thick and sometimes soldering is not the best way to do it, clearly, as you guys can see here. Hanging on by a thread, crazy. I don't know what this is all about. I guess I just didn't know how to solder back then, but yeah, let me show you guys kind of what it looks like in the car. So this would go up in there. That'll bolt to there, and then boom, I'll have a nice clean spot. So basically what I'm gonna go ahead and do for this wiring is I'm gonna notch this little top area out, that way the wire can slide through. And I was gonna make like a hole and a grommet, but then I thought like, okay, well, if I ever wanted to go ahead and service this and take it out and do something, I really won't be able to. So at least have it just slide through the little notch up there and make it look super clean. And yeah, man, I'm excited. This is gonna be quite a process, and there definitely gonna be a few videos on this, so I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm really gonna bring you guys along the journey on this whole wiring procedure, so. I don't know if I showed you guys or not, but here's everything. I kind of need a bit of this, but there's all the stuff I yanked out of there, basically just like gauge wiring and just random bullshit that just accumulated over time, but she gone. All right, so some time has definitely passed, and I got this thing cleaned up a little bit, as you guys can see. I definitely still have some work to do. I really need to get that bottom part on here, that way I can go ahead and kind of button this up and mount it properly. So I still got these two right here, which go to a plug of their own. This right here is the alternator plug, I think. And then this right here is the main 12 volt source, which originally, if this is still in your engine bay, this is the wire that basically would go into 2 that goes and plugs in on your positive battery terminal. And then here we have, I rewired this as well. This is just some other interface wire. So as you guys can see, I got this one all mounted up, looking super nice. And obviously I'll go ahead and clean up this back plate when I'm done and clean it up fully. But got our vacuum line split in half as a little lining, so we can go ahead and, you know, use that and not really worry about it chafing the wires. Same thing goes down here, because I'm actually gonna route it reversed and have the wires come down on the bottom as opposed to up top, because I feel like it might get a little cluttered, and then this also will get in the way of just mounting position. So I'm gonna put this in the car and show you guys what it looks like, and we'll probably wrap it up for today, because yeah, I mean, damn, this is quite the, and this is all just junk, just stripped off a bunch of garbage, because we don't like loom tube anymore. We're not gonna use that. So yeah, I mean, got a lot to do, but let's go ahead and pop this in the car and see how it looks. Check it out, man. So that is sitting kind of where it needs to be. Pretty stoked on it, so I was just making sure she was level and all. But I'm pretty stoked on how this is gonna look, like compared to how it was before. I'm just kind of hoping that I'll be able to go ahead and actually shut the glove box. That's, I guess, my next, issue. Yeah, we'll figure it out, but we're heading in the right direction. Okay, because I knew it was gonna bug me if I didn't know if it was gonna fit or not, I just went ahead and tossed the dash quickly back in. Glove box, generally, I mean, you know, for the most part, it would sit kind of out there, and as you guys can see, we can shut, and it looks all good. So it's gonna work, man. It's gonna work. Hell yeah. All right, guys, that's gonna be it. I hope to see you guys back up here on the next episode, hopefully tomorrow or the next day. I'm really gonna try and get this wiring done ASAP. It is gonna take me a bit of time, but hey, we'll get it done, man. We'll get it done. So as always, go ahead and like the video if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe if you guys have not yet done so. Tell us a comment, say what's up. It really helps out the old YouTube algorithm if you guys go ahead and drop a comment, I think, at least from what I hear. Thanks again, guys. I will see you in the next one. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace.